I had every number ready. And then came the question, so what? I froze.
In conference rooms, you rarely hear "we don't have enough data." What you hear instead is, "so what should we actually do?" But is the real problem ever the amount of data?
Revenue, conversion rate, repeat purchase rate, I had it all prepared. But leadership didn't want the numbers. They wanted to know what to do next. If I'd led with a direction, I don't think I'd have frozen.
Here's what's interesting. People expect a clear next step as much as they expect accurate numbers. So the same data without interpretation and a recommendation stays just that, information. Deconstruct this. Why does one revenue report get approved on the spot while an identical one ends in "so what"? Is it the accuracy of the data, or is it whether interpretation and recommendation were ever added?
So you're describing the gap in data, insight, action.
Effective data communication isn't a list of numbers. It's the numbers, what they mean, and what should happen next, delivered together. The same $55,000 in revenue tells a completely different story depending on whether you compare it to last month, to Target, or to a competitor. And that story only moves people once it ends in a recommendation. In practice, the accuracy of the numbers rarely makes or breaks a report. What makes the difference is the ability to interpret those numbers and connect them to a recommendation.
So there are moments where interpretation matters more than the data itself.
Let's translate this into real practice. Reports rarely get sent back because of an error in the data. They get sent back because interpretation and recommendation were missing. The goal isn't to add more data, it's to pair evidence your reader can trust with a clear next step.
So the reports I had to rewrite weren't missing data, they were missing a recommendation.
To move from insight to action, revisit the last report you had sent back. Was the data really the problem, or was interpretation and recommendation missing? These questions shift your focus from adding more numbers to designing a message that actually moves your reader. Today's data, insight, action flow shows that people rarely act on numbers alone. Sometimes interpretation, recommendation, and a clear message are what build trust. Until next time, keep working on your message.